Hi everyone, Jeanette with Vivo Vintage Designs here. I've been posting some pictures of these rich colored flowers that I've been creating. So I wanted to share with you how it is that I did that. The colors that I'm going to use are Passion Purple by Jacquard Pinata, Willow, and Honeycomb by Ranger. So the first thing I want to do is put down a drop of the Purple Passion. And then I'm going to dry it. And this is a very saturated color, that's why I'm using it for the center. I'm going to leave my dryer running while I add the other colors so that they don't get away from me while I attempt to turn the dryer on. I'm just going to add a little green on the outside. And then the honeycomb. Actually, I think I'm going to use a brighter yellow than the honeycomb. Maybe I'll use some dandelion. That looks pretty good. And in case you're wondering why my alcohol looks orange, it's because I did have an orange color in here, and when I poured the alcohol in it, it took on that orange tint, but I'm not throwing it away, not these days. So let me make sure that I'm still in frame for you. I am. Alright, so I'm going to use a lot of alcohol because I want some large petals. I'm going to let it sit for a moment, and then I'm going to hold my airbrush away from the center, allow it to start moving the ink. I think I need a little bit more down here though. Let it start softening the ink and move it up the paper. This one's not working out so well. But no worries, because I'll go over it. And apparently I have a lot of moisture in my basement today because it's raining here. It's really raining a lot. And although I have the moisture trap on the compressor and I have this one here, I'm still having issues with moisture today. So let me see if I can release some of that from the compressor and see if it helps. Okay, so I'm going to create my next one over here. As I see the ink drying, then I move my airbrush, the flow of air, and you should also have the cotton swab to clean up any areas that you don't like as you go along. There's definitely moisture down here. I'm getting these weird little spots, but I'm going to work with it. I can see the alcohol is drying, moving up, drying. So I will move my gun closer so it continues to dry. And if I have any excess alcohol, I'll use a cotton swab. See, this is how I know I have moisture. See that pink ring that's moving up my petal? That's water. I'll just mop it up a little bit. I can see the alcohol drying here, so I'm moving my airbrush up slowly. The best advice that I can give you when creating these flowers is to take your time. Don't try and rush, and don't push the ink off the paper. That's how you get those little tendrils or little spider legs on your petals. Notice I barely moved it up in this direction. I'm still at the center of the flower with my air. My petal is coming up short, so now I want to push the air, or rather the puddle, up, because I want to make my petal longer. But once I get it to the length that I want, I keep the flow of air in the same area. And I just let it dry the tip. Just going to pick up this moisture. Let's do another one here. Also, I noticed that this petal was going in that direction, so I moved my airbrush a little in the opposite direction to guide the petal where I want it to go. I need a third arm. So I'm not too concerned with what the petals look like at the tips, because my intention is to create a beautiful center for this and then crop it. And I want the center and the colors, these deep colors in the center, to be the main attraction for this flower. I don't want the petals, the ends of the petals don't really matter so much to me. I think this may be my last one. I say that all the time though, so let's see how it goes. I'm letting the air move the alcohol. I'm barely moving my airbrush until I see it drying up. And then if my petal's coming up too short, then I do move my airbrush so that it pushes the alcohol a little bit further. Picking up that moisture. Okay, I'm going to leave this at that, but I want to show you that if you get areas like this, let's say that you like the flower the way it is, but you want to clean it up a little bit because you smudged, or there's some areas that you don't like, you can take a cotton swab, put some alcohol on it, and especially with these lighter colors, you can definitely clean up your petals and actually even reshape them if you like. I happen to like mine not being perfect because in nature nothing is perfect, and I think that's more realistic. Don't get me wrong, if I was getting perfect petals I'd be really happy, but I'm not that good. Alright, so for the center of this flower I am not going to use snow cap. I'm going to use my Posca pen, and I'm going to pump the ink onto my palette a little bit. A lot came out there. And I'm going to use a micro brush. Let me just see what direction I want this to go. I think I want it to go like this. I'm going to take my micro brush, dab it into the ink, and then I'm going to clean off the excess, and then I'm going to start filling in my flower. I'm doing this one a little bit different. I'm putting the brush down and I'm kind of pushing it. I don't know if you can see that. Make sure that this is dry. But I think I need to keep some of the dark up in here. So, well, you know what? Let's just go with it. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to get crazy. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the, let me get a clean micro brush because it took on some of that deep purple from underneath. It's a really deep color. So I'm just going to dot these little guys in. Come back and dry that. And that purple is so deep that even the Posca pen paint is absorbing it. So I'm just going to continue to go over it. I'm going to give that a moment to dry, and what I'm going to do is take my gel pen and I'm just going to create some lines. I'm going to go back into that white and see. Yeah, that looks good. Much better. Keep cleaning the tip of the micro brush, because if you get any of that dark purple on there, that's really pretty. Still not getting it as white as I would like it because it keeps absorbing that darn purple. So I'm going to grab another one and try one more time. Well, if it stops absorbing the purple, that's perfect. I'm happy with it. It's an interesting center. Let me bring it up so that you can take a closer look. That's really pretty. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Give me a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.